Davide, could you tell us a little bit about this process, the working process? What was first, the music, or did you start creating at the same time with David Tibet?
With David Tibet? No, they created the music first, and then I worked on the music. I followed the music suggestion to create the images and to create a kind of course, it's not so visible, but for me there is a line from the beginning to the end. So I had to listen to the music to be inspired to create a kind of sequence, but which have a sense for me. And tonight there will also be a new video at the end, which is not part of the John Utter Babylon. And that for me it's the great conclusion after the album, because there is this video about a season changing, so it's the passing from the winter to spring. And also for me that, of course, that works very well because it means that life continues, and so I'm very happy to present it here for the first time.
Liar the pillar box, fire scraped up the hill past Egyptian dogs into that crow hotel. Oh, I loved you, purple text, and you in ugly drunken ecstasy, hissing fit to fall and hail held tulip high, cat's black moves into huge view, bubbling the king mood in you.
I think that your pictures, your films are really physical.
Yeah.
Are really physical, and they are also dreamy. And I wanted to ask you, why do you choose working from the oniric?
I don't know, actually, the real answer. Probably because I use movies to put what I have inside, to put outside something which make me suffer. So I have to make it appear more dreamy, more even beautiful if you want. In the tragedy, it needs to be beautiful, just to help me to fight my ghosts. When you use a certain kind of frequencies with music or a different, even the oniric vision, something which reminds to the oniric vision, people need to try to put the piece together, and they in this kind of work they see what they something that reminds something they have lived in the past.
I wanted to ask you about the editing, because I think that this is a really important part in the way you create, and I wanted to ask you if you could tell us a bit about the techniques you use and why, which is your approach to this part of filmmaking?
For me, editing is essential, and I also worked like editor for a lot of years. And it's very important because editing is what helps you to tell what you want to say with the images. And I have to say I'm very lucky. I never opened a cinema manual, because that helped me to experiment by myself. And in this way, I've been able even to make mistakes during the editing, or better, mistakes, let's call them mistakes, because this is what the manual says, So even when you put together two cuts, which has been shot in the wrong way, you can use a kind of mistake to make the cut even more powerful. So you can use a mistake to put the attention of the audience, on some particular part of the film. And even using the sounds to make it more you can use also the sound to make it more powerful. And for this reason I started to experiment with editing, and this is what brought me into inner cinema, because I saw how the images worked with the music, how the colors worked with the music.
The final house is cunning as mice. Sing hammers and threats like myrrh. Rid me, stupid peacock. You can't give him a drink. I take that bottle towards the rumoured hut. Spring to tube with a Tamil tie, ululating in my stars. Smoke, fire, falling, oysters for all, champagne, death, playtime, bonfire, glamour, glamour, funeral, funnel, spinning well reel into poor film and bees all around the town. And afterwards, the desert.
How was the work with David Tibet?
It was amazing working with David, because he's such a beautiful person, and I've been in Hastings a lot of times to get some material, to shoot some material with him, and we also had a lot of fun together, because we had a lot of wonderful moments shooting this, talking about the project, and so I really love to work with him.
Could you tell us a little bit how does he approach to the theme? How does he work an idea?
This is I don't know if I can say this, because I'm not all the time with David and James and all the other musicians when he create piece, but I saw how he worked with me, and he allowed me total how can I say, I could have done whatever I wanted, because he trusted me completely, and I think this is the same he do with the musician, and this is I think the reason for what all his projects works very well, because he trusts people and he works with people he trusts. So this is.
Is there something else that you would like to tell us about this collaboration with Tibet?
I don't know, but I'm sure we'll work for a long time together.